gonna notice them right here, which is gonna be like both you and Stone. Because you kind of cut rotation here, but it's almost like I don't mind it. Right here, you see I'm going back post. Stone's attempting to clear it. Now you turn on this. Now if Stone gets another touch on this and it like passes it out, that's great. But you realize, as soon as you realize that he's beat, you don't need to be moving towards his ball. For one, you're not going to do anything. You can't really do anything about it. Right here where you turned, probably should have turned. Probably just stay forward here. Stay facing towards the goal and just watch. See what happens. If Stone hits it, then you keep going with it. If this guy hits it and it goes back, then you just turn back around and you go back post. Rather, this is what happens. And then you turn in the direction of the ball. Which again, you make another cut and rotation here, which is almost like I don't really care. Because it's like, I don't know, let's see, is it really a cut? I clear it. It's kind of a cut, but it don't matter. Because, see, we need someone to touch the ball after there's a clear. Otherwise, the clear is just going to get smacked right back. So it's a good thing that we're getting a touch right after a touch, if that makes sense. Which is good. It's poor positioning on their part, though. Oh, you motherfuckers just going to demo me. But also on Stone here, I wanted to watch his perspective of this, too. I may have been too far back, I don't know. Okay, right here. This flip, no, don't do this. Go back post. Go back post. Yeah. So you realize what you've done right there. But you need to have a little bit more trust in your teammate. Give them a little bit more breathing room right here. Because to me, let's see, I think it was it me right here? Yeah, to me, I see both of my teammates in front of me. I almost don't want to go for this. Because it looks like Michael could touch it. It's just almost scary that I don't want to go for it. Because it don't really look like, if both of y'all are driving this way, that y'all are gonna turn on and follow the ball, which means it is what happens. I hit it, and Michael turns on it. But this is something else I noticed right here. The main reason I saved this clip. I'm gonna watch this from Stone's perspective. I haven't watched this from Stone's perspective yet. But clearly seeing me in front. If you see me, like, as third man, you need to mock second man's movements. I think I said that earlier, but I deleted the clip. But I think that's a good thing to follow by. If you're third man like this, you need to mock second man's what he does. So if second man realizes that the ball's too close for him and it's going like way over or whatever, you need to mock his, and he starts, rotating back, you probably need to rotate back too. Problem, it's situational, but right here you clearly see me in front of you and you still, like, you're just so like laser focused on the ball, you still bump me. Just cause like I don't know why, maybe it's my fault, but getting it into y'all's heads where it's like everyone takes their turn to hitting it, because I hit it and then Michael hit it, so I guess you think, oh well, it's my turn to hit it. I don't care if you're in front of me, it's my turn to hit it. Fuck you, let me have this damn ball. Because I actually think that's what happened. I hit it, then Michael hit it, and then you're like, oh, my turn. Well, Garrett's cutting rotation, he's going for the ball again. Well, I hit it. So you just got to read what's happening in front of you. If you go, then you go. If you don't, like, you don't seem to change your actions depending on what your teammate's doing. So regardless, it don't look like you would have been there. where I was necessarily, but I don't know. We'll watch. Yeah. You don't have the boost. You don't got the momentum. You see me kind of moving from... You see me moving from over here to closer to midfield. So you should kind of mock my movements. You should kind of go from where you're midfield, go left of the field. Does that make sense? You're gonna go over here. And then if Nick Kane clears it across his net, then you're right here. But we're gonna pretend like this is actually the situation right here. You're right here, you're right here, you're right here. Okay, now you turn, bang, and you hit this ball. Alright, we'll watch it from my perspective. I probably could have done this a little bit differently. I probably could have just stayed in the goal instead of making all these extra movements. Because I kind of leave the goal open, but no one was coming, so... No one except my teammates. So what happened here is I hit the ball, and then I'm holding power slide as I hit this wall, so I'm sliding. And then so I immediately start backing up, and then I half flip. Don't do it quite perfectly because my car is still pointing in the air when I boost, so it's just kind of keeping me in the air longer. Not the most effective half flip, but a half flip nonetheless. Go on for 900%. But I'm following the play. I tried to keep my momentum as much as possible, in other words. So I hit this, don't get the best recovery, but I try to make the most of it. Half flip, point the car back down, boosting, and I'm second man looking for the pass. And then it gets demoed, and then I get bumped. Not that it necessarily matters because it got hit, but it's just the fact that it screws up my next rotation, because when I get bumped right here, now I'm kind of like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Time to rotate, I guess. Okay, something I'm seeing right here is, I mean, I've changed my kickoff a little bit, or how I treat kickoffs. If I spawn, I've always done this for a while now. I've been doing this for a while now. If I spawn right here on the right side and my teammate spawns on the left side, I'm half flipping to this boost and then coming back right here. Or if the ball rolls over here, I'm half flipping, you know, and then I'm coming back this way and hitting it. But either way, if I spawn back here, I'm gonna go, and my teammates are in front of me. I don't think, yeah. If I'm spawning back here by goal, I'm gonna run over here and grab one of these boosts. If I spawn right here, I've been either going for like a cheat. If one of my teammates is spawning on the sides right here, I'll kind of like just do a little flip. I'll conserve my boost, do a little flip, grab that pad, try and grab that pad, and try and follow up on the kickoff touch. Because there's really no point of winning a kickoff if no one follows up on it, unless the kickoff is literally won so good that and defended so poorly that it just ends in a goal. But most times they're not going to happen like that. But what I want to point out right here is you need to cheat up, is what I'm saying. When you play like this, I mean, this is like the second or third time they fake the kickoff. They don't go on kickoff. So especially on this situation, this needs to be read a little bit differently. But, well, do that. You grab this one little pad, and then you realize they're not clearing it. Right here, at this point, you should be like hindtailing it. I don't know if that's the right term. Going for that mid boost right there on the right. Don't go for this back boost. You're way too far out of the play, and it's kind of forcing me, because see, I went left for this other boost. So you're on the right side of the field. You're Stone's follow-up man, essentially. You're Stone's second man. I'm on the left side of the field. The ball is not on the left side of the field, and we're so far away from the play, mainly because I'm third man. I'm supposed to be third man because the ball went to the right side of the field, and I went to the left side to get boost. So it's kind of like your job to be like his follow-up man. And you're not there. If you would have just pushed up and got that mid boost, you would have gotten the full boost, and you would have been into the play. Instead of grabbing this, you actually make things worse. I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but look what Stone does. Okay, when you grabbed that back boost and you didn't grab mid boost, you forced Stone into grabbing this mid boost almost. Because I think he switched cams here. Doesn't get their boost. Pretty sure he switches cams again, and he realizes that back boost is not there, and this mid boost is. And he wants the boost, so he takes the boost. So you kind of forced him to do that. If you would have just taken the mid boost, like I said, right off kickoff. Just cheat up a little bit. Grab this mid boost. Way right here. See how the kickoff goes, and you kind of trail behind it. If you wanted to, you can grab this pad right here, this big boost. But mainly, you can just stick around here. Stone could have grabbed this on his way out. You would be right here. He would be coming in right here. And then he'd be coming in behind me as I rotate back in. But I'm just saying, this whole situation kind of got a little confusing just simply because of your kickoff. Or not really your kickoff, but how you treated the kickoff. You didn't cheat up. You made the whole thing awkward. So it's something I've started doing, and I think that's it's been working a whole lot better for me. I've been getting, like, we start getting possessions actually when we start winning these kickoffs. So that's what just cheat up in certain scenarios and just learn different kickoff patterns for when you're not kicking off. Because see, when you save that boost right there, you kind of forced him to be right next to you. I mean, he didn't have to. He could have went all the way back here and then had no boost, grab a few pads. But yeah, this is kind of your fault for making him stick so close to you. Kind of. Notice something right here. This is fine. This attempt's fine, I guess. But this right here, you don't need to do. As soon as you land right here. Car's already facing this way. Just land. Go grab this boost right here. Steal it from them mainly. And you can rotate back around. That way you're behind me, you're like right here, and you know, we save this. Instead, we get scored on, and then it's tied, and then we lose because of this goal, essentially. Because I can't really predict this. Both of you are in front of me. I'm just kind of chilling, waiting for the ball to come to me, and then I'm already like that close to the ball. So, can't really do anything but make an attempt at the ball. Can't quite read what's going on. Michael's driving backwards, the ball's going backwards. Not really sure what happened. Tried to make a touch, then I seen you and I was like, I had to avoid you a little bit. Yeah. When you cut in, it like thrown everything off because it's like, oh shit, I'm about to collide with Stone. I gotta dodge Stone first. Alright, now go for the ball. Oh, shit. So, like, even if you don't touch me, it's probably because I had to make maneuvers to avoid you, and that kind of thrown me out of position to hit the ball. Alright, this right here. If you're going to break, you're going to realize that Shadow Fox right there is going to hit it, and you think he's going to hit it hard. Break here. Like, break early. because if he hits it hard, it's going over your head if you keep going forward. When you go right here and then you brake, first of all, you shouldn't have broke. You shouldn't have braked right here. As soon as you realize it's going way over your head, just keep going forward. And maybe bump this dude if you can. Because if you bump that dude, you actually stop him from hitting that. And then maybe you can go right here, get a bump over here if you didn't hit him, and you know, you continue your rotation. But instead you put on the brakes and then you just kind of backed up, and then your rotation slowed down. You almost hit this and almost own goal this. Then you're getting bumped around because you're kind of like in the middle of the field. Everyone's driving around you. Now rotation's kind of screwed up. They saved that. But yeah, all that would have been avoided if you would have just rotated. Kept driving right here, turn right, just bump Shadow Fox, stop him from hitting this ball. Or just keep rotating around a circle, don't put on the brakes. Also, something else I just noticed after this play. Alright. This comes down to a positioning thing. I'm attacking the ball, you're midfield, and the ball was on the left side of the field, so you can assume Stone's somewhere behind you, biasing maybe to the right side of the field. Now, there's really no point in everyone being on the left side of the field. So it's best for Stone to be biasing towards the right side of the field, which he is. He's making his way towards the right side of the field, because the ball, if the ball gets hit this way and it gets, you know, stopped, then there's a good chance it'll go to the right side. If not, if it goes to the left, then we're both here on the left side to potentially stop it and, you know, keep the offensive pressure. But if it goes to the right, you know, Stone needs to be on the right side of the field. You see my controller drift? Yeah. Can't get it to stop. But yeah, right here, you cut Stone off, and you can hear him too. But yeah, watch this one more time. At this point, you just gotta assume that Stone just isn't gonna follow the same path you are. He's going to create the distance like a good player should do, and that's take up more spacing on the field. So just assume he's on the right side of the field. So you see this, you can turn towards midfield, but don't attempt to hit this ball, because more than likely he's got his speed coming in to hit this ball. So you can turn in, don't flip. You can turn in right here, and then come in behind him in case he misses, and then you hit it. But a lot of times y'all are touching because y'all are not understanding each other's position. Alright, this is what lost this game right here too. If you see your teammate going mid goal, and you got your first man attacking the ball, you really got to make sure you go back post, like back post. It's one thing to go kind of back post, but if you hear each other, you know, going, and you're on, like, say you're Stone and you're kind of like mid, you hear this car on your right, you know, that's your teammate. You need to really be prepared for the clear that I make, if I make it, to follow up on it. But if you're last man, really ensure you get to this back post. Instead of both of you cutting mid, someone needs to kind of like cut a little bit wider, maybe a little bit right here, because the ball can go up. If I wouldn't have touched it, probably would have been easier clear from like what I hit right here. But also I noticed right here, the ball didn't actually go in by their hands, I don't believe. It got in by Michael's car. Maybe Shadow hit it? Let's see. No, Shadow bumped Richie. Looks like. That was a complete own goal. 'Cause it looks like these two guys hit each other. No, that sucks. That sucks. I guess what I would say is right here, turn around to the right instead of going back towards mid. Instead of doing what you done right here where you went turn back inward, because you can't clear the ball as good this way. You're kind of like ball chasing a little bit actually in this little particular scenario. You seem to be just wherever the ball goes you go. But right here, let's see, I'll speed up a little bit more. You go under the ball, so you're just kind of like driving in circles underneath the ball. Instead of turning left here, you kind of swing over here, maybe grab this little pad right here, come back around, and maybe you could save it. But actually, I say save it, like, if you would have done this, the ball wouldn't have went in, you know. So it would have still been like coasting around right here. Someone could have hit it, and yeah. The ball chasing was kind of what got the own goal to happen. In this situation, if things are, you know, going the way they should, which means Stone's going for that back boost behind him, I'm going for the ball, you cheat up. And this works out nearly perfectly, but you back up and play it safe when you don't need to. This is what I've changed in my gameplay. And it's really been like, there's no point in me winning this kickoff. Say this goes a little bit to the left and not the right, because Stone's on the right, so he can react. He can go to goal, or he can go cheat on the right. Like, he can catch the ball if it goes towards him, which it does. It goes towards him and he's able to hit it. My recovery was weird, but I'll go look it up real quick. Both of them went and I got bumped. But Stone got a really good pass down mid, and if you would have cheated up or just kind of stuck around middle a little bit farther up the field, and would have been able to bang that home, that's a pretty good pass. That's funny. Probably what I would have done, either just kind of sit still in net, or make a like kind of go to the left a little bit and go make sure you're back post. It's kind of like from right here, stop turning right, because you know I'm already sliding over here. Stone's already over here. Either you follow Stone and you let me take the third man position, or you just kind of go, you know, make a circle and create that distance. Because see, we're all in the same corner of the field, pretty much. We're all in the same corner of the field, and that's not what we want. If this shot, if they happen to hit this and it comes in, you're not in a good position to save this. You want to put yourself in the best position to save the ball, which is always back post right here. And then wait there until someone pulls up behind you. See, I could have turned and followed, but I expected you either to follow him or be on the left side of the field, and I'll be following you. Now we're just really close together. Stone's making a pass to someone that's not there, and it's essentially a wasted like touch, so we just give up possession. But then again, they go and looks like waste possession almost, but no one's there to hit it. Again, at this point, I think. Alright, I'm on the right side. I'm farthest up. I'm going to go for this kickoff. Stone's going to cheat up. You go for one of these boost pads on the left or the right. If you get it quick enough, you'll be biasing one side, because it's really hard to save the goal from just being middle of the goal. And you'll not have full boost to, you know, make a play after you clear it. Okay. Get this boost. Turn around immediately. You want to e-brake this turn. You want to e-brake this turn because you want to keep this pressure. You don't want to be chilling on our side of the field. You want to e-brake this turn, come back, and just wait for them to kind of hit it into their corner. And when it comes in their corner, you're there. You're there to keep the offensive pressure. Right here, don't do this. Because you're cutting into the play, you're cutting right next to stone. What you need to do, instead of cutting right, cut left. And then you're over here to hit it. I seen you flying there. You can do that. That's scoreable, I guess. I mean, you done right by going to the position, but you also made it a little bit, you know, more difficult and more stressful on yourself to get to the position later. See, when I rotate out, let's see, both of y'all like are in that corner, and you don't want that. I give up on the aerial because I know I don't have it. I grab this boost, I start rotating out. I try to give it to one of you. I should have just drove away a little bit. That way it didn't smack against the ball and go straight up. But, you know, still trying to learn how to make a possession out of a dribble. I tell you though, right here, if I could have got that on my hood, if I could have just got this on my hood, if I was better at dribbling, I could have, you know, took it across, and got some distance on it, maybe flicked it. But you know, haven't quite gotten good at that yet. I'm thinking maybe at this point, boom, you see this ball going, you turn your car to the right instead of into the goal, because there's no threat. You turn your car to the right, and you start going this way. You know, top off on boost, and then you bang it. Or you bang it up here. But instead of going, you went back and you let stone go. But also, what I want to point out right here is the ball goes up. I lose to 50. Or, I mean, I don't know if it's really I'll lose, but I didn't win. It went neutral, I guess. Stone's directly underneath it. I know we're both in front of it, but this is your ball to go for, because the only person relatively close to the ball is falling from the sky, and the other guy's in net. Looks like the other guy's right side of the field, or maybe behind you. I don't know, but he's not in your vision. This is your ball to go for, but when you don't go for it, it creates a problem. Now, to look at Stone's perspective, can't really do much. He maybe could have turned on that right there and made an attempt at it. You know, it looked like it was going to hit the wall. It still was better than getting it smashed right in your face, I guess. Because that's really hard to react to. You'd have to pre-jump to block that. And it just literally, as soon as the car turned, it being smacked right in the face. So yeah, I definitely think right here you should go for this ball. And then definitely right here you should have went for this ball. If you're gonna play a passive playstyle, you need to go back post. You need to be prepared for a shot. Because if you went back post right there instead of kind of going towards mid, like if you want to play passive, that's fine. Right here, you don't go for this ball, you turn left, you make a full 180 right here and you turn around. Make a full 180 right here and turn around. This ball comes right here, and you clear it. And then we're not in this threatening position. I noticed something right here. Okay. Left goes, right goes for a cheat. So you just kind of follow me a little bit. When you do this, I mean, that's whatever. But I won the kickoff, but there's literally no benefit of me winning this kickoff if no one follows up on it. So, if you want to cheat a certain way like this, you want to cheat like this. I'm gonna put this in 50 speed. You grab this boost, and you cheat this way, and you're over here. Boom, he misses. You're over here, you bang it off this wall, you center it, and then someone can be there potentially. But instead, you're really far back. You're just really too far back. So Stone has to go. Stone realizes, okay. Watch Stone's perspective. Okay. Stone realizes that it went to the right side, and you should be on the right side, but he doesn't see you anywhere. You're like, well, I'm confused, so I'm gonna go. I mean, if no one's gonna go, I'll go. Because hesitation will get you in trouble. Also, going when you shouldn't go will get you in trouble. So when he has to cross the entire field to go for this ball, the chances are he's gonna lose the 50. Like, there's a chance that he's not gonna get there in time. Now he could have went up the field a little bit to the left, or he could have just stayed around mid and just waited, because technically this is your ball, Malcolm. You should go. And I think you realize that a little too late. And don't be afraid to consume your boost. If you're going to go for the boost, make sure you go quick. Make sure you consume your boost to go to that boost. That way you get back into the play, because see, imagine we lose this kickoff, like, terribly. Imagine we lose this kickoff. Bang, it's hit. You grab this boost, you're turning around, and goal. You would not have been ready. Just kind of going off by like the ball hitting their back wall. That's about the same time it would take for them winning the kickoff and smacking it into our goal. You gotta be fast. You gotta be boosting to that boost and turning around and being prepared for that loss of the kickoff, or being prepared to move up. Okay. Grab the boost, I cheat to the left. Miss. Okay. Watch this from another perspective. Stone cheats right. Realizes it went left. Realizes I missed. You really can't go for this. I mean, you could try, but you're more than likely gonna get beat. Because look at the distance between Kahard or whatever his name is and you. Yeah, he's beating you on that. And we get sword on. Watching it from Maka's perspective. Flip. Boost back post. Boost, 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 boost. If you're looking at a 50 and no one's, like, the ball's about to be 50'd and no one is, like, at the goal, you need to haul ass to that goal. And this right here, chasing the ball right here, nope, that's why we get scored on. It would probably been a difficult save for you even if you were in the goal. If you wouldn't have turned right here, if you would have went straight from this boost to back post. I mean, that's a top left corner shot. I mean, it would have been more savable that way. But I see what you tried to go for, kind of. But also, the thing about the kickoff is your recovery's kind of slow on the kickoff. You consume all your boost just to get to the ball. I mean, this is what a lot of most people are doing right now, anyway, in this rank. Is they just boost to the ball and they flip into it instead of trying to do any form of speed flipping. So you just get this 50. So you have no boost to help you get to the big boost. At this point, you need to be consuming boost because you're looking at a 50. And no one's in net. Like, you just got to play faster. You got to get that mentality, and you can't just expect your teammate to win every 50, especially if no one's back. You know. I'm trying to think here. I mean, if you were boosting earlier, like by the time this guy came onto your screen, you started boosting, but it's already too late. He's already supersonic, and he's smacking that. If you would have been boosting right here, boom, boom, you're boosting. Where is it? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, right here. If you're boosting right here, you know, and you'd be here somewhere already. Even if you would have started boosting, let's see. If you wouldn't have turned right here, or let's say you boost right here, because you want to boost and then immediately pick up that pad, and maybe even the next pad. But if you're boosting right here, if you're boosting all the way right here, you can smack this. Now what it'll do if you did beat this guy to it, because I've seen that's what you were trying to do. You're trying to beat this guy to it so he didn't, goal. You would have probably just hit it right here, and it would have bounced back towards mid. Now it looks like this dude is kind of just playing full-time goalie, so it probably wouldn't have been the worst of plays. But still, nonetheless, got to speed of those recoveries. Alright, I like what you do right here for a second. You let Michael create that space, which is fun. Alright, now at this point, Michael's waiting for a pass. It's not a very good pass. It don't have enough power. It's not going enough centered. And it's probably going to get cleared to the left. So you want to be on the left. Instead of being mid right here, you want to be like right here in this area. And I think you see why. You're going to see why right here. Because from your perspective right here, and Michael should not turn on this, by the way. Michael literally should not turn on this. He should go. You see, I just got demoed, or looks like I potentially got demoed, and go right, or go straight back. Yeah, it looks like I done the demo. I didn't get demoed, so maybe going straight back is fine. But you're definitely going to get beat to this. Definitely going to get beat to this. Yeah, you're going to get beat. Now, if you were a little bit closer, you would have won this, and you would have kept the pressure on. But instead of right here, instead of being right there, just a little bit farther over, and you're like over here, creeping up. Oh, here comes the ball, and you get a 50 right here, and it's a favorable 50. Oh, right here, the main thing I wanted to look at. Don't necessarily blame me for going for this big boost and immediately turn and go back post. You never leave ball cam. So you want to take a guess what happens here? Bam! If you switch cams just for a second right here. You switch cams just for a second. You see me, and then you just make a little wider turn, come in, and you let me go. I hit it, then you're right here, you're ready to follow up on my, pretend that's me, pretend you're me right here. You hit this, I'm right here, I'm waiting, and I can go up for this. Instead, I'm not prepared, because I just got bumped. Although I didn't do the most appropriate thing right there. I could have recovered a little bit better. We'll say that. Wasn't that awful of a bump. But at this point, Michael should just take over my role, probably. Since I got bumped. If he's rotating just as quickly as we are. I'm kind of curious what Michael's perspective is. Pull that post. Okay, hold on. I don't think he even witnessed the bump. Lobs it up. Don't chase. Number one priority should be going supersonic and getting the back post. Yeah, you don't even notice it from Michael's perspective, really. What happened here? I tried to play it patient because it looked like y'all were just fucking around, not getting good. Y'all too close together. I'm kind of curious what that's about. Swing and a miss, rotate. Or start moving up. Create some distance. I think this is on Michael. Yeah, just either go up here and get ready for like an upfield position to, like, you know, hit it if stone hits it right here. Boing, and it rolls out over here. Maybe you can hit it again, hit it in, who knows. Make something out of it. But when you're this close and you're just kind of chilling by it, like, you're just too close together. And so I'm like, okay, what's going on? Okay, well, I'm just gonna play it patient. Okay, here comes the ball, and I can't do anything about it.